Hello and welcome to Shoot the Hostage with me, Dan, and my partner, Sarah. We're a movie podcast and we cover 8 films per season based on a specific theme. It is worth noting that we do occasionally swear, open brackets, very often swear, close brackets. We also occasionally cover triggering topics, so we would always advise using listener discretion and probably don't listen around your kids. If you like what we do and want to support us, please consider hitting 5 stars on Spotify or maybe subscribing or even reviewing on your platform of choice. We also have a Patreon with a free tier for lineups and updates and 2 paid tiers with extra content and early ad-free episodes. Right, that's enough from me. On with the show. Right, identity. We're still in the identity theme. My theme, my movies. So sit down, shut up, watch the movies. Don't shut up because you got to talk at me about them.
No, you said it already. This is all you, baby.
It's just me waffling for an hour and a quarter. Nobody wants that. My theme, I decided to go for one of my favourite sci-fi movies, spoilers, Gattaca. The film with more DNA deposits than Saltburn. Lots of bodily fluids going on in this one.
This is less gross, arguably.
Is it though, when you think about it?
Well, I hadn't thought about it in those terms, and now I am, so thanks for that.
I think this is a very gross movie that people seem to overlook.
Yeah.
Quite often, I think. Let's swap blood and willies. And do they swap willies?
I think you may have misunderstood a few fundamental points in this movie.
Well, maybe you can explain them at me then as the episode goes on.
Sure, I'll try.
1997.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a popular year for us. The same year as Starship Troopers.
Of course, yeah.
It was a good year for sci-fi. Men in Black, I think, came out in 97. I rented this, I think. I might have rented it with Starship Troopers. I saw Starship Troopers at the cinema and then rented it again when it came out on VHS. But I think it might have been a double feature Fridays, Gattaca and Starship Troopers. What a lineup for me.
That would have been a great night for you.
Yeah. I remember renting this with a mate of mine and we watched it and I don't think he particularly enjoyed it, but I really liked it. And I think it was one of the earliest examples of me watching a proper sci-fi movie. Not that, the one that doesn't have Arnold in or a robot cop that kills people. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the first serious sci-fi movie, talky movie that's not action based that I really got into, and I didn't really fully understand it when I was that age, but I just really loved the vibe of it.
Yeah, I think I saw it when I was fairly young. Like you say, it came out in 97. I think I saw it fairly soon after it came out. It wasn't a cinema go. I would have rented it, but probably 98, 99.
So you saw it a couple of years maybe after it came out?
Maybe, yeah.
But I really liked it when I was a teenager. Like I said, I didn't fully get everything, and I've continued to watch it over the years. And it just sort of, the more I think about it, the more I think, yeah, this is a really good movie. I love the themes in it. Identity obviously is a big one, overcoming obstacles that you're assigned at birth and things like that, and just the whole world building, which we'll get into. And I've been meaning to get to it for a while on the podcast. It's definitely something that I always would have gotten to at some point and go on some list.
I mean, you should have put it in Neo-Western.
You should have put it in Neo-Western.
All rules went out the window for that season.
Could have put anything in that season.
Yeah.
I thought it fit in this one quite nicely as well.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, it's now or never, basically. So that's why it's in this season in the number 2 spot.
Okay. So is this a film you've watched a lot over the years?
I've probably seen it 15 times.
15? Wow. So you revisit quite often then?
Yeah, I had it on video. After I rented it and really liked it, I did buy it fairly soon after that. And it was one of those, do you remember the shorter VHS boxes? They were slightly shorter than the other ones and they were usually black.
I don't.
It was weird because you had your regular shaped VHSs, then you had your big box VHSs, and then you had
Yeah.
ones that were slightly smaller as well.
I do not remember that at all.
Don't you?
No.
Yeah, okay, but only slightly. And this was one of those.
Did that infuriate you?
Probably, yeah. Probably at the time it was sitting on a shelf. But I remember it being a very pretty VHS. It was a nice glossy white cover with a nice glossy black case. So it was aesthetically pleasing, if not the right dimensions. So I bought it. I think I got it. I used to get VHSs. I think I used to pay like £3 or £4 for a movie that was like a year old or something in a secondhand shop. So that's where I would get most of my videos. I think it was called Golden Disc in Southend-on-Sea.
Amazing.
But yeah, I procured it, watched it a lot. Just when I bought it, it would be on. I don't know, like it when I look back and I feel like I almost watched it weekly, but it can't have been that often. I did watch it an awful lot though, and I always would put on a film to go to sleep to, and I think this one was one of those as well. Like The Rock was one, Bad Boys, this was one.
So would you consider this almost a comfort movie?
I would in a lot of ways. You know, I
just
think
a light little movie about eugenics to fall asleep to.
Yeah. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because it actually makes me feel something, this film.
Okay.
And it's kind of a depressing movie, I think.
Oh, do you?
I think it is, but
I don't. I find that to be completely untrue.
Do you?
I do. I find this really hopeful.
Well, I was going to say, I think this is kind of a depressing movie, but also it is hopeful because I think the depressing nature of it is that, obviously everything that they set up in the world where, you know, if you're not genetically modified, you're screwed and you just got no hope. You can't do anything. So that's the world, which is depressing. But then obviously Ethan Hawke's story is he overcomes that. And that's very uplifting to me. And that spoke to me hugely when I was a teenager and continues to do so because I'm a big believer in that, in overcoming what, you know, obstacles that you have, and it's not the same for everybody, and everyone has different obstacles, of course,
and different goals.
But I do think that a lot of times people are too quick to dismiss themselves, and I think that people have more strength than they realize a lot of the time. So I find that part of it really uplifting as well. So what I was saying is that on the one hand, it kind of bums me out when I watch it, but then I'm like, nah, but also it's really hopeful and uplifting to a degree. I guess the depressing nature of it is because we'll get into the story maybe, but I mean he is going to die in space, right? That is
not necessarily. To me, I feel like this is a conversation for further in the show.
Yeah.
Maybe let's get back to the more tertiary stuff before we start talking.
All right, we'll get back into the mechanics of the movie and
genetic determinism and all that.
Yeah, I've got a few questions for you.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay, so it's another first-time feature by a director, which we love on this show. We've done loads of them.
Yeah,
I don't know
surprisingly.
why that is. Maybe it's just because they tend to be the really interesting ones. I don't know.
Maybe. I guess a first-time director is more likely to have a much, much, much lower budget.
Yeah.
And therefore are allowed to be a bit more daring.
Yeah, a bit more creative, take more risks. The more money there is,
the safer you tend to have to be.
The more suits are looking at what you're doing and want to help shape and shepherd a thing into a is it called a 4-quadrant movie where everyone loves it? Is that what that's called? Is that what Harry Potter is? Is that what Harry Potter is? Is that what Avatar is?
Well, no, because we hate those movies.
What quadrant? We're in the 5th quadrant then.
Yeah, okay. We're in a 5th undetermined quadrant by ourselves.
Yeah, I like our own quadrant. I'm quite happy being in our own quadrant. Thank you.
It's roomy. I like it.
I like it. Yeah, there's no other fuckers in it ruining it with their smells and their opinions
and their noisy snacks.
Yeah, and the glare off their telephone. Yeah, but you mentioned budget. This had a budget of $12 million US, which is very low, obviously.
That's quite impressive then.
Isn't it? Because I think this movie looks great.
Yeah.
I think it's a very shrewd use of location sets, production design to make you think that it's maybe a bit more than it is.
Agreed. On the face of it, it looks... I don't know if I would say it looks like a high budget movie, but a moderate budget for sure.
It does. It obviously had a vision, and it stuck to that vision. And I think it was very cleverly used the set design in a way that probably wasn't very expensive, but does look futuristic, like with a minimalist look and a retro futurism. Like all of that stuff is really iconic, and it's sort of.
I think they were quite lucky as well, because I know a lot of the buildings, the exteriors that we see were sort of in kind of speaking to the retro-futurist comment that you just made. A lot of it was sort of 1950s brutalist architecture, which is minimalist by design. But it does sort of lend itself to this, what era is this?
Yeah.
It does give it a bit of ambiguity.
I think with it, when you're trying to do a sci-fi movie like this, like just do a wide shot with a brutalist building and have an electric car drive through the scene, and you're done. That's it. That's your world. Like it's so funny, isn't it? Like brutalist architecture. I think in real world it can be quite ugly sometimes.
Yeah, agreed.
But it's
striking.
It's very striking. I like Verhoeven did it obviously in some of his movies. But I think it's used really well here, and like for what they managed to achieve for that 12 million, I think is really, really impressive. But I do reckon a lot of people worked very, very long hours for relatively little money, probably.
Potentially, I think the location scout earned their money. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah. Danny DeVito produced this movie. I don't know if he put the money in, but he was a producer on this, which always made me laugh. I remember seeing that in the 90s going, what? Danny DeVito?
The trash man?
Well, it was before Frank, wasn't it? It was before My Sonny. I just knew him from Twins, I think, at that point.
Renaissance man, in my case.
Yeah, Renaissance man, yeah, for sure. I don't think it did very well financially. 12 million budget and... Oh, no, sorry. I'm completely talking out my arse here. I've got this the wrong way around.
Oh,
do you know all that 10 minutes?
It made 12 million.
Yeah.
How much did it cost?
36.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. Because, I mean, like, was Jude Law a thing back in 97?
I think that, not really. No, it was before he did other Jude Law stuff.
Yeah, after Shopping.
It was after Shopping.
But before everything else.
Yeah, which I think Shopping was his first feature, I think.
Yeah.
Which was 94, so this is 3 years after that. And
Uma Thurman wasn't really anybody.
Uma Thurman was, well, this is pre-Kill Bill, isn't it? So it's pre-Tarantino. But it's the same year as Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay.
So it coincides with her iconic performance as Poison Ivy. Not the worst role in that movie. Yeah, so disregard all of that talk for the last 10 minutes about how impressive everything is.
Hey, it's still impressive.
It's still impressive.
It just means people got paid properly.
I hope so, yeah. So 36 million budget, 12 million box office. It opened at number 5 at the box office in October 1997. Any guesses what else might have been in that top 5?
In 97?
Yeah, it's October 97.
Oh, that doesn't mean anything to me. As if I have an encyclopedic knowledge of which films came out in which month in which year.
I'll give you a clue. One of them has got the number 7 in the title.
Oh. Is it 7?
No.
No, that was 95. 97?
Yeah.
It better not be a Police Academy.
It's not Police Academy.
I would riot. I might quit the podcast if that was the case. 7? I don't know.
It's Brad Pitt's in it as well. He spent 7 years somewhere.
Oh, in Tibet, right? Yeah. Okay. That one where he's bald.
Yeah. I Know What You Did Last Summer.
No way.
Yeah, A Devil's Advocate.
That was a big one that year, wasn't it?
Yep. Kiss the Girls.
Okay.
Which was that Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Ashley Judd. Mm-hmm.
We're doing a thriller movie every year now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it opened in 5th, so it didn't do very well. It didn't do great.
I can't say I'm too shocked by that, to be honest. I don't know that this is a film that has mass appeal.
I would agree with that, but I also think that this has become a cult favourite.
Oh
and
yeah,
people
yeah.
love this film. And I think with the right marketing approach, it could have done better. It's probably still not going to break any box office records, like you say, but I think I think I'd read that the marketing was kind of screwed up. I mean, I was aware of it. I saw the trailers and it looked interesting to me, but then, you know, I was going to the cinema every week, so it's a bit different to your lay person. And I just think that this could have done much better. I think the movie got unfairly dismissed a little bit at the time, but as I say, gone on to have a much bigger appeal to particularly sci-fi fans and movie fans. Andrew Niccol, as I said earlier, this is his first directing feature. He's from New Zealand, and I think he did a load of ads in London. It's always adverts, isn't it? It's either
Or music
adverts or
videos.
music videos with directors.
Yeah.
Spent a decade doing that in London, I read, and then directed this. Had a writing credit on a Truman Show, I believe, as well. Writer director on one of our favourites, Nicolas Cage, on a movie called Lord of War, which I believe there is a sequel to that in production at the moment, I've heard somewhere.
Interesting.
Yeah, so maybe that'll be out this year at some point. That will be interesting to see who worked in the accounts department on that one. And they can't say anything about it. Maybe, yeah, it'd be exciting, wouldn't it?
It's a mystery.
Score, I mentioned the person that did the score. It was Michael Nyman. I'm not sure if I'll come back to it, which is why I want to mention it now. I fucking love the score for this. I think it's one of my favourite all-time scores to a movie that's not by Hans Zimmer.
I'm going to be honest here, and you might hate me for it. I don't remember the score at all.
It's quite it's kind of playing throughout, and it's sort of it's what we were saying earlier, for me anyway, about this film having a dual kind of nature between being depressed and hopeful. I also think that score kind of encapsulates that quite well as well, because it's quite a dramatic score in places, quite downbeat, but then in other places it kind of swells and sort of picks you up, and I think it's an incredible piece of music. This particular one I'm talking about is called The Departed, I think.
Okay.
Or The Departure by Michael Nyman, and I've just heard it like in loads of trailers since. You know, sometimes you'll get a song, a piece of music, a score in a movie, and it's so popular, it becomes so popular that people just use it for their trailers.
Well, the last time we talked about that was Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's the same sort of thing, I think. So I just wanted to mention that early, because I do love this score, and it adds so much to it for me, and it really gets me involved.
Oh, I wish I remembered it now. The only thing that sort of stuck in my memory was the piano piece, the 12-fingered pianist.
12-fingered pianist, yeah. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't sing it because there's no words, but it sort of goes do 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 do.
You can stop now.
It goes on like that for a while. For the whole movie. I'm surprised you don't remember it. That's the whole movie it's playing.
Well, maybe that's why I don't remember it. It just became like white noise.
Just background noise, yeah.
Yeah.
But I love it. Cast is such a 90s cast, isn't it? Right?
Very.
Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman obviously came up in the 90s, but as you say, early Uma Thurman, early Jude Law.
Ethan Hawke was kind of a thing at this point because he was a child actor.
Ethan was he? Oh, he was in the Alien
Explorers, White Fang. Like, he did a ton of stuff.
Oh, was he in White Fang?
I believe so. One of the versions.
Does the VHS box have a picture of a dog on it?
Yes.
Does he have a White Fang?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he was cast number one in this, obviously. Dead Poet. I've written down Dead Poet. So I think
he was a dead poet.
He was a dead poet, yeah. This is before Training Day, I believe. It's before
After Reality Bites, one of my favourites.
Yeah, after Reality Bites. Is this before or after the Newton Boys?
I think that was also 97.
Was it?
Or maybe it was 96. I always forget that's Richard Linklater.
Yeah.
Such a strange one for him.
It's the one that you always forget, isn't it? That's by him, which is what you just said.
Yeah.
Who else is in this? Alan Arkin as Alan Arkin.
Yeah.
Just being Alan Arkin and being a bit snarky.
One of the premier those guys, Xander Berkeley.
Xander Berkeley, yeah, looking at Ethan Hawke's dick. Who's in the greatest movie ever made, Terminator 2, of course.
And Candyman.
Oh, is he in Candyman?
Yeah.
Oh, is he the other half?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember now. Also on the subject of Terminator 2, we've got Dean Norris in this, and guess what character he plays?
Well, he's law enforcement in some capacity.
Yeah.
Or military in literally everything.
He's military in Starship Troopers.
Yeah, so it's a safe bet.
He's cop in this.
His clothes look like they fit him in this one, though.
Yeah, that's a relief, isn't it? It's a big hat, but it's well fitted.
Yeah.
Which you could say about all of the police in this. Why do all the police wear big hats?
It's to command authority.
Is it really?
Or maybe they've just got big heads.
Or maybe they just had a truck, like a box truck full of hats, and they're like, look, we've only got 36 million in, we've got 50 hats. Why don't we just make the police wear hats? That can be the uniforms.
Sure.
That's what I would have done.
Plausible.
Borgnine. Ernie Borgnine.
Yes.
As Kaiser.
Legend.
Caesar. Yeah, absolute legend. I forget that he's in this. Another one of those guys for me, Borgnine.
Yeah, I guess so.
And maybe another one of those guys, and also in Men in Black, Tony Shalhoub.
Oh, yeah.
Shalhoub. Yeah, his character name was German. I wonder why he was called German. Very strange, isn't it?
Was he a German?
I don't think so. But there's probably something to unpack there that's probably way too cerebral for me to think about at this very moment. But I've just...
What, coupled with eugenics?
Yeah.
It's not a stretch, is it?
Oh, so you've cracked it already. You've cracked the code. Yeah, good cast.
You haven't mentioned Lauren Dean.
Really good cast. Who's Lauren Dean?
The guy that plays their brother and one of their cops. Spoilers.
Would I know him from anything?
Potentially. He's been in a few high-profile movies, but never kind of at the forefront. So he's more of a supporting actor. I don't think I've seen him in anything in like 20 years, but he was around a lot in this era.
I didn't recognise him, and I've not written down his name. But
so he's unimportant. Let's move on.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for bringing it. I was relying on you to help me out here, and you did. Thank you. My instincts were correct. Okay, yeah. So the world building in this movie, I think, is really impressive. We touched on it earlier with the architecture and the use of locations and the production design, etc. Bit of context. So it's the future. Eugenics dictates society. And what they decide to do is make 12-fingered piano players. Right move? Is that's what would happen, isn't it? We're just going to make people like 11-foot basketball players, like snooker players are born with cues on it instead of arms. Like you could do anything. The world is the sky's the lobster. And designer babies. Which brings us to Vincent, because he is the character played by Ethan Hawke, and he's a natural birth. They call it a god baby, I think, don't they?
I believe so.
God birth, natural birth, also invalid, which is very interesting. So he's born to Papa Ilya Koteas. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I think it's Elias.
Elias Koteas.
Sure.
The guy
I've never been sure, but he's another one that cropped up a shitload in this era.
Yeah. Well, let's just call him Casey Jones. That would be all right.
Okay.
That's his dad, and they have a natural birth, and then they have a designer baby after that, who's Vincent's brother, which is quite important, I think, to see those two sides of the coin and to see the different perspectives. But you could argue that's a little bit of rehashing, because you also get some of that with Jude Law's character.
Yeah.
Which they have more of a sibling kind of relationship than the other ones. But then again, it's nice to think about that. They're unrelated biologically, but they have more of a sibling relationship than his biological brother, which I think is quite an interesting area.
But also there's a lot of nuance in both the relationships, because I don't think you can compare them directly, because Jude Law's character has a completely different scenario. Like, he was born valid, but suffered an accident that left him in a wheelchair. So they have more of a kinship, I think.
Yeah.
Because they're sort of in a more similar boat, whereas him and his brother, they were quite distinct from birth.
Yeah, which brings me to the whole the designer babies thing. So Vincent gets tested when he's born, and they say you're going to die when you're 30 from heart failure. And I think, so forecasting death is a funny one, isn't it? Like, would you want to know?
No, of course not.
No interest.
No, I don't think so. What about you?
Probably not. No, I would qualify that by saying, look, if it's something I can avoid, let me know.
Well, yeah, if like a piano's going to drop on my head when I'm walking down the street, maybe I just don't go out that day.
But like, just be vague about it. Just be like, Dan, maybe don't go on that hiking holiday up Everest. Like that's
because that's the thing you were about to do.
Yes, you could throw away the application forms now. But that was something I was going to come to, because it can predict how you're going to die if it's of natural causes, but it's not going to be able to predict you dying by choking from a pine nut, is it? Like that's not part of it. And I think that's the interesting part of the Jude Law character, Eugene, which is an interesting thing about names and their meanings in this as well.
Yeah.
But Eugene gets hit by a car, but that was self-inflicted, right? He stepped out in front of that car.
Well, yeah, he suffered from depression.
He suffered from depression because he was born with his destiny was he was going to be the best thing ever and achieve so much. So that's the other side of the coin.
Which is a hell of a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, and it's not good for a human. And I like that it shows both sides of that, the effects of this, the eugenics program that's been forced upon society. And on the face of it, you might go, well, lots of people are going to benefit from that, and they probably did, and lots of people are going to suffer from it, and they did. But you don't really think about the people that were set up and have all of this pressure to achieve everything, but then don't, and what effect that has on them. So that was very nice difference there, a difference in the two experiences.
Also, I don't think, like, will there ever be a technology that can actually predict not only how you die, but when? I don't think you can predict when.
I don't know.
Because even now, like, people say, like, if somebody has cancer and they say you've got 5 months to live, and then they go on to live another 10 years.
Yeah.
Even the experts get it wrong. So how can something pinpoint exactly? And also it was proven to be false anyway, because he would have been over 30 by the end. And he already said at one point, like, my heart's 10,000 beats overdue, or I can't remember the exact line. 10,000 beats is actually not a lot. I feel like that's like hours. But he's already exceeded that. So what's to say he doesn't continue to exceed it? That's what I mean by hopeful. I don't think he's going to go to space and die. I think perhaps it was over-egged, and that actually he's already proven himself to be far more capable, both physically and mentally. And who's to say he doesn't continue?
Maybe the company that's doing the testing, maybe they're just covering their asses. Maybe it's like, he's probably going to live to 35, but we'll say 30 just in case, so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
But then,
God, yeah, it would be lawsuit city.
Yeah. But to predict it is so difficult, and everyone's different, and you've got all external factors and stuff. I don't know if it's really possible to predict it to that level of accuracy.
It can be.
I don't think you might be able to narrow it down to a couple of years or whatever, but
your DNA can change. Like if you get a too big of a viral load, like genuinely, don't laugh at the word load. I see you.
I'm thinking about all the bodily fluids in this movie, and you can't say the word load when I'm doing that.
But there's just no way.
Yeah.
I don't know. Too many things are subject to change throughout your life.
Bit far-fetched, this science fiction fantasy movie, isn't it?
What if you're born a valid, but you pig out on nothing but junk food your entire life?
Yeah.
You're not going to live to be elderly.
No.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
And, your insides are mostly going to be cholesterol.
But you see, what they do there is that they put the gene in you that means that you don't like crisps.
You only crave kale.
Yeah.
You yearn for the salad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they'll do. Because they can do anything. They can enhance you, do anything to you. Like, say,
I suppose, yeah.
like put snooker cues on your arms instead. Like, you can do anything.
I didn't see one person with a snooker cue on their arm in this movie. I think they missed a trick.
It was in the special features. If you go on the Blu-ray, there's a menu with deleted scenes.
And one of them's snooker cue arms.
Steve Davis has a cameo, yeah. I reckon this might be the cleanest movie I think that we've covered.
There's a lot
so
of
far.
vacuuming that goes on.
There's lots of little tiny vacuums on keyboards, like you get out of a Christmas cracker or something.
Useful.
Yeah. There's a lot of, all of the budget went on exfoliating gloves, I think. Ethan Hawke is exfoliating every other scene in that blue box shower.
He would be red raw.
Yeah.
His skin would be fucked.
He would have no skin.
Yeah, you couldn't sustain that level of exfoliation every day.
Yeah. But it's just constant. He's just constantly cleaning himself, and it's so. But I like that feel as well, and the kind of the aesthetic lends itself to. It feels, the whole thing feels quite sterile, and I like that. I think that is a good representation of the world, and also I just like it aesthetically.
Yeah, I was going to say,
stuff.
You wish your life was like that.
Yeah, give me a white box to live in, and don't put anything. Put my computer in it. Put my PlayStation in it, but then nothing else. Thank you.
But paint the PlayStation white so it matches everything else.
Yeah.
And blends in.
Yeah, you can't see it. Yeah. It's so sterile and clean, and it just feels quite like a sort of a hospital type vibe.
Yeah, clinical.
Clinical, yeah, absolutely. And I think it's got such a distinctive look, and I think it's aged really well. Sometimes sci-fi movies can age quite quickly, I think. How do you feel about how it looks now? Do you think that it's dated, or do you think it looks...
I don't think it's dated
I don't
at
think
all,
it's dated.
really.
I think that's because if you have a very specific look and feel, you can sort of get away with it, because even if things don't turn out in that way, it's just, well, it's an alternative.
Yeah, I would say the only thing that dates it really is some of the technology, and by that I mean specifically like the computer screens. But that's about it, and that I can overlook, because like we've had kind of the futuristic but remedial looking stuff in like Loki, for example. I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my brain, but I can overlook it if it's clearly like a stylistic choice. So I think if you bear it in mind in that sort of context, it hasn't dated. No,
I didn't have that thought at all. Like some of the technology feels quite rudimentary.
Like it's not hackers.
What do you mean?
In terms of how dated it is, or sneakers?
No. But the computer, the monitors and stuff are quite retro looking. I kind of thought about Alien. I think the whole mother and the kind of the retro computer systems that they have in there. I don't really have much of a problem with it. There's no like iPhones or anything in this. It sort of steers clear of that sort of thing, which I think was a smart move.
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel like the kind of retro look of the computers terminals that they're using, that sort of thing, kind of fits in with the rest of it. And
that's kind of what I mean. Like, from a stylistic choice, it makes sense, so I can overlook it.
Yeah.
But I think in a different sort of film, it might have aged it.
Yeah.
But I think they skirted around that just right.
But it also has that like that retro futuristic look. Like it kind of like, well, the show we're watching at the moment, Fallout, which is set in the future. Or no, is it? It is set in the future. I can't fully remember the timeline of it. But the technology that they had in our present day was really advanced. But then it looked like it was set. Some of it was like 50s, 60s kind of aesthetic. And you've got a similar thing with like the costumes, maybe feel a bit like it's quite the police are dressed as like noir detectives from the 50s.
I really like the costuming in this.
Yeah.
It is very noir.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that because that, again, just fit really, really nicely. I don't know whose decision that was, but I think it was a smart one.
Yeah, and it just sort of it just lends it that kind of anti-aging quality, I think, as well. Like it sort of mixes up a few things, and it could be any sort of era. Although they say it's the not too distant future, which is very vague.
Which has probably been and gone by now.
I would say so. Yeah, we probably could have put this in futures past.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love the look of this. I think it really holds up and pleasing to look at because there's not much stuff in it.
That's all you want from a film, isn't it? Just a lack of clutter.
I just don't. Yeah, what's your set design? What's the set deck? What's your budget? 0.
Perfect.
Okay. Costumes. What's your budget? Everything. I think the direction of the performances in this, because they all feel like they're in the same world, I think it's very interesting. And on the face of it, you might look at the performances and go, well, they're a bit flat, they're a bit disconnected, but I do think that's the point. And I think, like you say, it's because of the world, and this is affected. Nobody wins in this scenario. Even if you think you're a winner in this scenario, you're probably not.
Oh, absolutely. Literally, one of the biggest themes for me that we haven't touched on yet is capitalism. And basically this is a world that they've built to benefit capitalism and not the individuals. Like, I know it was sort of, when we see the bit with Vincent's parents, like it's kind of sold to them as, you know, you're removing the chance of things that may impact your child's life in a negative way, which is great. Nobody wants their kids to be sick. Nobody wants them to have to suffer. But also, who is it really benefiting?
Yeah. And there's a whole other set of problems as well. Like there's that scene where they're at the clinic and, you know, we can have any skin color we want. It's always going to be white, isn't it? Like there's this, because you would assume the people that can afford to go to these clinics and have designer babies are going to be a certain part of society, and then we know that other parts of society are sort of overlooked. So what does that mean for diversity in the long run? This was a pretty white
film, actually. Thinking about it,
it was a very white film, yeah, and I think that was a kind of a point.
I'm
how
sort
I read
of
that.
Ashamed that didn't occur to me sooner in a film that's literally about eugenics.
Well, there's one black guy in it that I can remember, and he works at the clinic.
Yeah,
and so yeah, I thought that was a very interesting choice and definitely part of it. And it's another reason why I like this film, because there's so much in it.
Because you're a racist.
It doesn't beat you over the head with...
It's another reason I like this film. There's no black people in it. No, obviously that's not the case.
Well, I can't clip that, can I?
That's not going in the best of.
No.
Contextual
comment only.
I know what you're saying. I absolutely know what you're saying. And I think, God, that must have been quite a difficult conversation to have, actually, because what do you do in that instance? It's got to be somewhat grounded, even though it's sci-fi. And we do live in a somewhat racist society, like,
absolutely,
particularly, you know, I think most of our listeners are from either the UK or the US, particularly in those two areas of the world. And what are your choices? You have a diverse cast which maybe doesn't feel real, doesn't feel true, or you run the risk of being pro-eugenics by having an all-white cast, or you just have the black people in service roles.
Yeah.
Which, again, feels deeply problematic. So, like, that would have been a tough call.
Yeah, I think it is it doesn't beat you over the head with it, but it is, I think, giving you an example of why this is bad, why this is not good for society. And
there's no question that this film is very anti-eugenics.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a big criticism on that, and I think that's part of the reason why it's become a cult favorite, because it's you know, this technology is not beyond our reach anymore.
It's terrifying.
Well, some of it, and it is terrifying, and there's a whole bunch of problems that you just don't think about, like the consequences of this sort of thing on society are so massive, and you can't comprehend all of them, and it will fundamentally change everyone's lives. So you know, it's a cautionary tale.
Yeah,
and I like that about this.
I think you're onto something. I think it probably has stuck around and stayed in the sort of cult classic sphere, because it is quite prescient and relevant now. Like this morning I saw a TikTok, granted it was a stitch, thank God this shit doesn't show up in my feed organically, but it was the first half of the video was a woman holding up her white baby saying, like, just lip syncing to a song, but the text was, we need to have more white babies because we're going to become scarce in the future.
Oh yeah, massive chance of that happening. Yeah.
Bitch, we're not scarce enough.
Yeah.
Trust me on that.
That's a mad take to have.
Isn't it insane?
Motorbike going past. I guess you're on a podcast, are you? Yeah. That's a wild take. You can't.
It's a wild
crazy
take on its own. It's a wilder take when the music on it was by a black artist. Oh, good Lord.
And
go back to school, crack a book.
Irony completely lost on that person, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But I was sort of coming towards the performances, and we've sort of covered it really, because we were talking about the sterile nature of the film, but that extends into the performances as well, and they feel flat because there's not much emotion. You know, what are you striving for? What are you doing? It's all quite measured.
The performances were quite uniform, but not necessarily in like a Yorgos Lanthimos way.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not played for laughs. But Uma Thurman's character, quite measured, not very emotional.
There's no real peaks and troughs, and there's not a lot of intonation. It's just, like you say, quite flat. But
I'm guessing that's another repercussion of this, is because they want to, like you say, in a capitalist society, when you go to work, be a professional. Don't bring your home life to work. Cut it off. Like, you've got... And like, I do it myself. Like, sometimes just to get through a day, you've got to cut yourself off, because we're all human beings. We've all got stuff going on, and
even more so as women, because like, you know, you're forever hearing like, oh, women shouldn't be in positions of power because they're too bloody emotional.
Yeah. Well, this is another thing, isn't it? It's another part of it. Like, emotion is the enemy of capitalism. So I thought that was very interesting as well, and it all feeds into it. So on the one hand, you could watch it if you're not thinking about all of the other moving parts in this feature. You could look at the performances and go, not very interesting, quite flat.
Yeah.
But then when you think about it, it is part of this whole thing. And if you had someone in there, unless it was part of the plot where, you know, Vincent could have been a very larger than life guy because he hasn't been genetically engineered. But because he's trying to get into this space program, he has to fit in and be everyone else. So he has to play the same role, but sometimes he lets his hair down a little bit, and that's quite nice to see as well. I think
he can't let his hair down. That's the problem.
He
can only let Jude Law's hair down.
Yeah. So I think the performances are good in this, and they feel kind of selfless to me. The performances, they feel like they
free of identity,
understand the piece. Yeah, they're free of identity in many ways. Yeah, which is interesting. But it's all part of the piece. There's no ego there. There's no one that's trying to do a big fucking monologue and like do a single tear that comes down the eye and that sort of thing. You know, it's all very measured and flat and feels part of the whole universe, which I love. Should we talk about name meanings?
Sure. I only have notes on one of them.
Do you? Oh, this is interesting. So it's something you thought about as well.
It is, yeah.
Eugene. Which, I mean, it's got the word gene in it, which is very interesting.
Eugene is the one that sort of jumped out at me, obviously.
Yeah, it's quite... I mean, it should have been obvious to me, really. But it's a name of Greek origin, and it means good-born, well-born, or noble.
Yeah, okay.
Which is obviously what that character's all about. He was good-born, he was well-born, he was noble. Got silver medal, though, not the gold. So he's depressed.
But it turns gold in the fire.
Does it?
Yeah.
Really? This is what I'm talking about. Like, I've the amount of times I've seen this movie, I've never noticed that. That's incredible. I love that.
Don't cry. God, keep it together, Dan.
The name Vincent. Which name did you have notes about? Was it
Eugene?
Eugene. Okay.
Yeah, the obvious one.
So the name Vincent originates from the Latin word vincere, Vincere.
Okay.
That means to conquer or to overcome. Huh. Deep historical roots, notably associated with early Christian saints like Saint Vincent of Saragossa. I did write that down. That's not off the top of the dome. I don't know if you could tell. I don't know why I'm being so honest. Irene is also of Greek origin and translates to peace.
Oh.
In Greek mythology, the goddess Irene. Gattaca, the title also has a meaning.
Yes.
I can't remember the name of the elements of DNA. Did you write this down? But it represents those.
No, but I know like the obviously GATC, the repeating letters. It's the nucleotide abbreviations of the nitrogen bases of DNA.
Cool. Yeah.
Of which there are 4.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name them because I didn't write them down.
Me neither. Like guana, magnesium.
Guano. That's not what that means.
Vitamin B12.
I mean, maybe you're made of guano. I don't know.
Made of guano.
Yeah.
Talking a lot of guano.
Yeah. So that was quite a nice little touch because I didn't. I don't know. Gattaca's not like a. I don't know. At the end of the film, you're not left scratching your head going, "Why was it called Gattaca?" Because it's the name of like
the space program.
Yeah. But also the fact that they named it that because of this. Like, I don't know. Just the extra layers. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's so well thought out. I think, and that's what I sort of. It's one of the things I sort of appreciate about this. The more I've seen it, and the more it sort of goes on.
What about the staircase?
It's like the helix.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart. Again, something that I've never thought about until this time, and I'm packing it for the show. But yeah, really smart. And the fact that one of my favourite scenes when Eugene is climbing the stairs, where he throws himself out of his chair and he climbs the stairs like
he quite literally conquers his DNA.
Exactly. Yeah. It's not really subtle when you.
No.
It's not really, but
you still have to think about it a bit.
You have to think about it, and you have to be you have to have a certain amount of
general knowledge.
General knowledge, and also be willing to unpack it, I guess. But it gives. I suppose that's the case with many films. Like you get out what you put into it. But I really loved that scene. Like you say, he's literally overcoming his own DNA. But I'm more interested in the mechanics of how Vincent is able to trick everyone every day into believing that he is Jude Law. Because
but they look like twins.
They do explain that nobody looks at pictures anymore, and that explanation works because it fits in the society. Everyone's so proud of themselves now that they're not going to believe that anyone could be tricked. Yeah, that looks like a completely different person, but the DNA doesn't lie.
But he's got glasses on. It's the Clark Kent principle.
Yeah. But it just looks like a lot of work. Like, how did he get away with it for all this time?
Because he's so goddamn motivated despite his DNA.
Yeah, it's because his name means to overcome.
Yeah.
So I thought about the logistics of it. Jude Law's pumping out his own blood. He's holding onto his own urine. Like,
which is
don't keep your lunch in their fridge.
But also his urine is like orange. He needs to absolutely rehydrate.
He needs to hydrate a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the effort that you have to go through on a daily basis. You scrub all of your skin off. You strap someone else's pee to your leg, and then I assume you have some sort of tube that you hold when you get your willy out. Or it wasn't clear to me if Xander Berkeley knew that he was faking it or not. That was a bit ambiguous to me.
He absolutely knew
the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought that too. I'd have that takeaway, but you could argue that he doesn't know until the end.
But apparently it was revealed in a deleted scene.
Was it?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So he was always an ally.
Yeah.
Yeah, fascinating. So he went to all this trouble, he went to all this effort, but he did still need someone on the inside to help him, which is
arguably,
an interesting thing as well. What else did he do? They like hold on to bits of hair, and he would put bits of Jude Law's hair in his keyboard and stuff like that
on his comb.
On his comb, yeah, in case they
the fake skin pads on his finger with a bit of blood.
Yeah, yeah. Like, so it's like, where do you draw the line? Like, I reckon though, if you're going to be really foolproof about it, I reckon that every time he leaves in the morning for work, they've just got to have a full-on snog. Because what if he gets swabbed? What if they just swab his DNA out of his mouth?
But even that wouldn't work. He would have to somehow find a way to replace all of his saliva.
Yeah.
He's playing a dangerous game.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, man. What else are you going to do? It didn't look like they had Netflix.
I don't remember seeing a television in
No.
this. Everyone's too good for TV now. Do you know what the one good thing about society is? That now that everyone's clever, reality TV is probably fucked off.
Oh, no more hoarders.
Yeah, no more brain rot.
What will I do? Yeah, I there's only so many times you can go out and see a 12-fingered pianist.
Yeah.
That would get old.
Yeah. I mean, that was a weird sort of Cronenbergian kind of scene, wasn't it? To have a 12-fingered piano player, it absolutely is what would happen. But it was another element of this world is probably weirder than you think it is, and we're actually going to engineer ourselves away from being the traditional looking and feeling human up to a point where we're unrecognizable.
Do you know what? I would like to see that version.
You want to see how this plays out? Let's do a
I
sequel
want to see the
set
Cronenberg
200 years
this.
later. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe Brandon Cronenberg could do it one day.
Yeah, it'd have to be baby Cronenberg. Maybe they collaborate.
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe let's get Gattaca 2 and 3 shot back to back. One's Papa and then one's Brandon. He hands it over to Brandon. There was talk of a TV show of this for a long time, which I think was meant to be some kind of sequel. I'm not sure what happened to that. I think the last time I heard mention of it was maybe early 2020s. So it's been a while, and it doesn't need it. Not really. I think this is a really nicely packaged start, middle, ending movie that you can think about and unpack. And while it would be interesting to see what things play out in this world, it's absolutely not necessary. That's not what this is. It's just looking at how this piece of technological advancement affects the society in this world that they've built.
Yeah.
And you don't need any more. Like, it tells the whole story. That's the whole point is laid out in this.
I'm inclined to agree. Like, I do think this is a very good film, but by the end of it, I do.
Good.
But by the end of it, I'm not like dying for more.
Yeah. Encore, yeah. There's a post-credit scene where Nick Fury comes in and says, "Jude Law, get out of that fire."
I thought you were going to say there's a post-credit scene where it just cuts to Ethan Hawke having a heart attack in space.
No, he enters a wormhole and goes back in time, and then he's his own granddad.
It's not predestination.
Which was almost in this lineup. I've got to say, it was very close. I wanted to cover this though, and I didn't want two Ethan Hawke movies in the same.
No, that's fair.
Same one, but we will absolutely get to Predestination at some point.
He makes some interesting choices. Thinking about it,
he really does. You know, I really like him as an actor. I think he's got. I think it's like you say, it's the choices he makes. I love Training Day. It's one of my favourite movies. And he does that sort of thing brilliantly, but then he'll do a Gattaca and he'll do a smaller indie type affairs, the Linklater stuff.
Or even a Black Phone more recently.
Yeah, he seems like he's quite grounded as well and sort of picks interesting projects. Interestingly, this is the movie where him and Uma Thurman got together. I think someone was dating somebody already and they got together, so there was a bit of naughtiness there.
Oh no.
Yeah. And then I think Ethan Hawke did cheat on Uma Thurman.
Who cheats on Uma Thurman?
What?
What is wrong with men?
I don't know. Honestly.
I don't get it.
Yeah. So I think he cheated on Uma Thurman some time ago, and they've been separated for about a decade now. But this is the movie where they met.
Oh, I thought it was way longer than that.
They had a child.
I thought they got married shortly after Gattaca, I believe, and then I think they split after 7 or 8 years.
Right.
But they did have child.
They had child. Who's Maya? Is it Maya? Maya Hawke?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about your mate who you mentioned earlier, whose name I've forgotten already, the detective brother? Lauren Dean. What do you think was the relevance of all of the flashback scenes with the swimming and the interactions with his brother? What was your takeaway on the swimming thing? What was the point in that?
I'm not sure why swimming, because that was a recurring theme.
Yeah.
You see him in I would love an infinity pool. I would love one.
Yeah, me
The
too.
space saving.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, I don't know why. I guess just that's something that his brother excelled at and practiced. And then when Ethan Hawke was able to best him towards the end, that was like a big moment, wasn't it?
It was a big moment, yeah. I suppose they needed something where these two people would have to compete against each other in some way, and you can't really do it with snooker. They wouldn't be interesting as a viewer.
Not when people have got cues for arms.
Unfair advantage. Yeah, it's I liked the flashbacks. I think, like I said, you have to have a competitive edge, I guess, there. And I suppose swimming is as good a choice as any. Like, there is an element there of it's natural, like in the ocean anyway, it's natural. The infinity pool is interesting because it's an artificial representation of something natural.
Yeah.
So that is an interesting choice there. And also, I did like, well, obviously in the infinity pool, you're swimming and you're literally not going anywhere. There's the overhead shots where they're swimming in the ocean and it doesn't look like they're actually moving anywhere.
Right.
And I was thinking about that earlier. Like, it is, yeah, they're moving incredibly quickly, but where are they going? Like, where are they getting to? And I think that's kind of a comment on the society in this movie, where you don't know where this is heading. You're moving so quickly, and you're moving so quickly with this technology. You were so quick to figure out if you could, if it was possible. You didn't think to figure out if you should do it, and that's something I've just come up off the top of my head.
You should absolutely trademark that.
Yeah, should. You should probably condense it to a more manageable sentence.
Yeah.
But we've got writers for that.
No, we don't.
We don't. But some people are writers, and they can do that. But yeah, and I like it. And also, like, the ocean, it's a natural thing. It's a human in the ocean is a very arresting image, because it's such a vulnerable piece of meat.
We shouldn't be in
just
there.
Floating. That's not a home.
No.
That's where we came from, but we evolved out of it, and we're not supposed to be there now. Don't go back. Yeah. But it's scary. Like, to me, the ocean is really scary.
Yeah. Well, is the ocean scarier or is space scarier? Because we're touching on both like
interesting,
vast and unknowable.
I am more afraid of the ocean than space, because you can't breathe in either. And I know that there are monsters in the ocean, 100%.
There are probably monsters in space.
There's not monsters in space.
There's a huge spider voiced by Paul Dano.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's a very specific reference. I wouldn't mind that, actually. Yeah, I'll have the space then. I'll go to space. Yeah, I don't go to space anyway. I'm too scared of swimming in the ocean. Can't do it. I hate the ocean. I hate being on a boat. I'll do it, and I'll go flying, because you got to go places, isn't you? But I always say when I'm over the ocean, I would much rather just if I'm going to crash, I'd rather crash on land.
And go up in a fiery blaze.
I'm just gone. Yeah, I don't want to be bobbing around in an ocean for 2 days and having a foot nibbled off by a shark and dying of hypothermia. No, thank you. Fiery blaze, 10 minutes, you're out. Like,
but what if you get shipwrecked with Rachel McAdams?
Well, so she's going to be looking after me on the island, nursing me back to health?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for that option. Wouldn't mind that one.
Fiery blaze be damned. You've changed your mind immediately.
Guess what movie we just watched? So the ocean, I thought it was a very interesting choice. I guess you're sort of limited to a few different options there, and I think that's as good as any. And
I think it should have been darts. They should have been competing at playing darts.
Arrows, yeah. Right, if I get 180, then I get to go to space.
Yeah,
that should be the movie.
Or Overcooked on the Xbox.
Yeah. Damn, I was just going to say you can't beat a bit of bully, but you can't beat a bit of Overcooked. We'll use that instead.
Yeah.
I love the swimming scene. I love the fact that they're competing against each other, and at the end, the brother says, "Vincent, how are you doing this?" And it's a line that always gets me every time. When I didn't save anything for the swim back, and I'm like, yes, I love it, because it's just it's that motivation to you just got to get somewhere, and you don't need to save anything for the swim back, because you'll get back or you won't. Like, but at least
so that's fine then.
But that's fine. Like, at least you're doing something. Like, you're like, sometimes you've got to take risks, and I think that is kind of the point there. And I love that line. I think that's an incredibly It's a hard hitting line for me. I enjoy it, and there's lots of examples of that in this film for me.
Go on then, if it's so inspirational, go and take a dip in the ocean.
I told you already, I don't like the ocean. Not specifically. If it was a snooker scene, then I'd be down the snooker hall, wouldn't I?
Alongside the people with cues for arms.
Yeah.
Excellent at snooker, terrible at going to the bathroom.
Yeah. And you can't swim if you've got cues for arms, can you? Because
It'd
you
be
need
very difficult.
your arms to do the wading bit.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, so there's obviously, you've got the whole mystery element of this about who killed somebody, and that's kind of unimportant to the whole thing, but it
isn't because he's tripped up by DNA.
How do you mean?
Well, they catch him because he left DNA behind.
Who did?
The doctor.
The doctor.
The killer.
The killer. He left DNA behind.
Yeah, he left his own DNA.
Oh, right. I see what you mean. Yeah.
And that's how they caught him.
Right. Yeah.
So it is sort of relevant. And also the finger was being pointed at the undesirables by default. I'm not saying it's completely irrelevant. I'm saying that it's a kind of a small thing. All right, don't get defensive.
And it adds to the tension of it. Like, is he going to get caught before he gets to leave? And I think that's good. And that's also, you're bringing his brother into it, which is very convenient. I mean, it's a very small town, isn't it? And obviously not many policemen.
I did think that. You didn't even move away. You changed identity and didn't move away.
Yeah. Oh, Vincent, we haven't seen you for 15 years or whatever it was. What possibly happened to you? Oh, you were in the same village and we never bumped into you in Londis. Unrealistic. Yeah. But you've got that whole mystery stuff, and I suppose that sort of fits in with the whole noir element and that kind of vibe of it as well. So, yeah, I mean, it's all interesting. It's all interesting. I could think about this film for days. And I have.
Good.
But so you liked it then? You did get something out of it?
I did. Do you know what? I think before this show started, I was at a 3.5 out of 5. And this conversation's talked me up to a 4.
Yes.
It's not... I'm kind of have a confusing relationship with this film because this was only my second watch. And after it finished, I was like, that's really good. Like, I admire all of the separate elements. I like the themes. I like how they were dealt with. I like how the film looked, apart from all of the scenes that looked like they were filmed on Mars. It was very yellow in places.
Yeah, I suppose it was. I didn't think about that, yeah.
I don't love that. It's a bit Steven Soderbergh. But all of the separate elements I really loved. But it's not a film I'm in a rush to get back to anytime soon. Like, I watched it. It was good. I'm happy to move on. Which is why I was at a 3.5. But yeah, I think I'm at a 4 now.
Oh, good. No, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I wasn't sure that you were going to get anything out of this.
Really?
I wasn't sure. I think the couple of people that I have watched this film with, there was my mate who I rented it with, possibly my mum. I think everyone thought it was really boring.
I have a high tolerance for slow, though, don't I?
But I don't think it is. I think it's quite well paced. I think it moves quite. It's a more talky sci-fi movie that was, as I say, was one of the first of those sorts of movies I think that I got into as a kid. But I'm glad that you got something out of it. I wasn't sure. I put it in a lineup and I love it, and because I love it so much as well, there's a bit of that, like, oh, I hope you like it, but we are different people sometimes.
I'd rather watch this than Batman Begins.
Yeah, right, really? Okay.
Yeah,
enough.
Christian Bale wasn't in this.
No, he
immediate plus point.
No, he wasn't, but probably was part of the conversation for being here. It's about the right time, isn't it? Maybe.
Jude Law was in this though.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to think maybe I don't hate him as much as I thought I did.
Why did you hate him?
He's just smug.
What? How is he smug?
He always has this like unearned smug look on his face, and
also known as his own face.
Look,
you can't do much about that, can you?
I don't know. Sometimes you just get a bad vibe about people. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's true. I can't argue with that. Yeah, but yeah, I really liked some of the stuff he's done, particularly recently. I enjoyed Black Rabbit. I thought the Order was fantastic. Yeah, good stuff. I think
he's making better choices now.
I've always quite liked Jude Law. I've always quite enjoyed his movies. I obviously got a soft spot for shopping, which I'm sure we mentioned in our Paul Thomas Anderson episode.
So weird that he did that movie.
Yeah. And then you get into like Love, Honor and Obey, which is I love that movie. It's very stupid, but it's very funny to me. Yeah, I think all of the cast is good in this, and like you say, proper 90s cast. But I'm so glad that you enjoyed it more than I thought that you would, and also your score has gone up during this conversation because of what we've discussed. I guess is there one thing you could point to and say that's actually what bumped me up half a point?
My admiration for the attention to detail definitely grew during this discussion.
Yeah.
Like, I was aware of most of it, but just talking about it, I was just like, yeah, they did put in a lot of effort. Like, and that to me is admirable. It's
just really well mapped out, and it
just shows great care.
It's impressive to me because you don't necessarily notice everything, but it's only when you sit there and you unpack it and you try to pick it apart and go, well, actually, it all does fit very nicely together, like a big jigsaw piece. And I mean, I'm already at a 5, so I can't really go up from there. But I would do if I was at a 4.5. I would also go up to a 5 off the basis of this conversation. But yeah, it's an all-timer for me. I love it. 5 stars. Like, I've seen it enough times now, and I'll continue to revisit it often. I can't phrase it enough. I do love it. I know that it's a cult favorite, and I know lots of people really enjoy this movie, and they are correct. I think so anyway.
Cool.
Good talk.
I thought so, yeah.
Yeah.
What are we doing next time, Dan?
So we're going to revisit the Brian De Palma pond. And we're going to the pond of De Palma.
Oh.
Yeah. We're revisiting his filmography, and we're going to do a movie that I've never seen before, which I'm hoping is available on streaming still.
Oh, no.
Dressed to Kill.
Dressed to Kill. First time watch for me as well.
Interesting, yes. But it is a De Palma. This would be the third one of his movies that we've covered. So
yeah, we did Carrie and we did Snake Eyes.
Yes. So even if I don't enjoy the movie, I feel like there'll be enough to talk about with the split screens and whatever he does with the camera in this one. Yeah, there we go.
Cool.